Hello to all, this is Jim Spencer, Sunzeri Business Development, Jim the Spin, getting back again live this week. Today we're going to talk about, ever wonder what your customer is thinking? Now your customer hasn't said a word yet. Your customer has just either driven onto the lot, walked into your facility, walked into your service center, walked into your healthcare facility, hasn't said a word yet, and you're gauging the customer by body language. Have you ever tried this before? Okay, this is going to be fun. Managers, owners, gather the troops around. Ready, set, go. Okay. At first, put yourself in the customer's shoes. What is the customer thinking when they drive in, come to the service facility? We just covered this information over here. Okay, you haven't talked to them yet. What do you think the customer's thinking? What do you think the customer's feeling right now? The customer's saying, I don't really know this place that well, okay? Hoping that I find somebody that I can bond with that will help me, introduce me to the products and services that I'm looking for, answer my questions with articulation, with conviction, with honesty and sincerity, and somebody that actually knows the product knowledge. Now, these things are the major key features of what customers actually look for before they even see a salesperson. So they have these preconceived notions in their mind, and they're hoping that they're going to find somebody that is a professional salesperson, service provider, like you. Yeah, okay, here we go. All right. Now, at first, the customer is thinking this. Now, the customer is apprehensive. The customer is not going to open up. The customer is not, he's not going to tell you everything in the world that's going on with him, because the first thing the customer is going to do is he's going to feel you out. Do you realize that you are speaking to your customer before you even say a word to your customer? How's that done? The customer sees you, you see the customer. Right there, at that very second in time, the customer is sizing you up, okay? The customer is looking at you to see how you look back at that customer, okay? If you take like a quick glance at the customer and you look away, you look down, you walk away, the customer is immediately put off. The next person to talk to that customer is more than likely doomed or will have a big uphill battle trying to get things started, okay? So here's the key. Here's the key. I covered a lot of material in about, a minute already, 2 minutes over here, okay? Let's talk about this over here. First glance, what's the customer going to do, okay? The customer is going to be looking for somebody that he can bond with. That's you. Hopefully, that's you, okay? Body language. Is the customer slumped over? Is the customer happy? Is the customer walking with a perky bounce? Is the customer like enjoying himself? Okay. Is the customer on a cell phone? He's got a notebook open. What is the customer doing? Okay. You're reading the customer's body English, but how do you interpret this? How do you understand what the customer is doing? Okay. What you're doing is you're just trying to get a feel at this point in time. You're just trying to find out exactly where this customer is headed, what this customer is thinking. Okay. You want to make sure that you do not approach the customer until they're ready to be approached. Okay, this is where a lot of people fail, and they don't understand how important this is over here. When the spotlight's on you, and you are in conversation with the customer, or you are starting to explain to the customer what it is, what you do, what's going on, you know why they're there, okay? You have an idea what kind of product or service that they're going to want, all right? But the thing is that you want to get the customer when the customer is ready, okay? What I tell all my salespeople, people that I train, whatever, people that work for me, is wait. Patience here. Patience is wait until the customer is ready to be approached. Okay? Wait until the customer is at the point where you can have their undivided attention right then and there for that second in time that you can actually start the communication process with them. All right? Body language. If the customer is like filleting all over the place, the customer is self-absorbed, the customer is doing a zillion other things at one time over here, you can't approach them yet, okay? You have to wait until the customer is to the point where they're actually going to sit there, stand there, communicate with you, all right? Interpret their body language. How do you do this? Is the customer slunched over? Is the customer happy? Is the customer perky? We just cover these things over here, all right? What you're looking for is somebody that is like in a comfortable position, a comfortable posture, somebody that is comfortable in communication, all right? If the customer is in a rush, you're talking 1,000 miles an hour, you can't have said a word they're saying because you just want to get things done and over with, boom, 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 boom. What you got to do is you see this, and this is interpretation of body language. You have to slow that customer down, okay? Slow the customer down. Explain to the customer that you are on their side and you're going to get things done the right way, okay? Facial expressions, okay? Is the customer like this? Is the customer like enraged, looking and talking to you? Or is the customer like looking away, looking here, looking there, any place but you? Okay? Is the customer have that angry look on his face like he's getting ready to, to hit you or something, okay? Look at the customer's facial expressions. If you see hostility, if you see resentment, if you see the customer has 15 different block walls and barriers covering themselves up, before you get started, you better find a way to penetrate these block walls and barriers. And I have that information on my website. There's lots of material over there. Okay, bear in mind, guys, this is like a 6, 7, 8 minute presentation over here. All right. The thing to consider is that you cannot communicate, you cannot sell or service a customer, okay, that has a 15 block wall set up. You've got to bring these barriers down over here. All right. When you actually get the customer sitting down, okay, if your business entails getting the customer sitting down to review contracts, to go over negotiations, okay, check out the customer's body English when they're sitting down. Are they sitting down? Are their hands on top of the table? Are their hands underneath the table? Not a good thing. Hands on top of the table, okay. Best way to do that is offer a customer a cool and refreshing beverage. And then we're talking about alcohol here. We're talking about get them a Pepsi, get them a Coke, get them a Mountain Dew, get them a Gatorade, get them water. Okay, you know what I'm talking about, all right? So here's the thing over here, all right? You want to make sure the customer is relaxed. This whole scenario, this whole situation, the whole seminar of what we're talking about here is just coming down to one basic thing. You want to make sure that your customer is relaxed. Your customer knows that you are the person to get things done. You've proven that with your product knowledge. Your customer knows that you're the person that's going to help them. You want to make sure that you read all these things, and whenever you see a resentment in the body language, whenever you see the customer is not quite ready yet to communicate, you want to make sure that you get them to that point where they are ready to communicate with you, so they listen to you. Okay? There's no sense you stand out in the middle of a corner or in a farm field somewhere, okay, yelling and screaming to the moon and to the 3 sheets. No. If you don't have the customer's attention, you have what? You have nothing, okay? You got to make sure they got their attention. Excuse me. Thing to consider is all time, okay? When you're talking to your customer, what do you look at your customer at? Okay, you look at your customer straight in the eye? Probably close, but no. Because here's the thing over here. Because if you make high eye contact, chances are you're probably going to scare your customer during some point in the presentation, the product. No, okay, look at your customer right here. Look at your customer right here, right between the eyes, just a hair up from the eyebrows, like right about there, okay? The customer knows that you're looking at them, and the customer realizes that they have your full attention, and you're not making that laser I-beam eye contact that's going to probably maybe scare them away a little bit, okay? All right, so try that. Here's a couple things to consider. When you're interpreting body language, when you're interpreting what the customer is doing over here, okay, if you see the customer, and put yourself in the same position. If you see the customer is tense, upset, aggravated, occupied, okay, not being responsive, all right, these are all things that are telling you that you cannot begin your presentation. You cannot get started until the customer is what? Is relaxed, is ready, is tuned in to you, okay? All right? Yeah? Okay. I think you get it. I hope you get it, okay? I wish all the success in the world to everybody there. And I say that with the bottom of my heart. I say that in every message that I've ever done, okay? All the success in the world, okay? We crammed another 2-day seminar into about, 8 minutes and 25 seconds time, okay? Managers, owners, give me a call. I'm available, ready to help you, ready to service your staff, okay? Help you get to the next level. That's what we do. That's what I am. That's why I'm here, okay? So, all right? Have a good day. Have a good week. All right? Bye for now.